Our first guest for today is someone who is bringing unforgettable events to life, one friendship at a time, with his lifestyle brand, Tell a Friend. We got that boy Ivo in the building. What's going on, my guy?
Man, I'm glad to be here. What's happening, family? Tell me something good.
Hey, man, it's all you, bruh.
Oh, man. Well,
Hey,
that's good. That's good.
It's good to see you today, man. To see you at one of our events.
Come
you know
on
what
now.
I'm saying?
Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around.
Yeah.
So I just want to get to know you a little bit more,
Okay.
man. Tell us the story behind the name Tell a Friend, and how did the brand and the concept come to life?
For sure. Well, definitely, first and foremost, for those that don't know, it's your favorite Uncle Ivo in this thing.
Uncle Ivo.
I'm so glad to be here. And, man, being a founder of Tell a Friend, when you ask me that question, you take me back, man, because we've been around for 6 years now.
Let's go back.
And, man, it's been an amazing journey. So when we think about Tell a Friend, it's kind of in the title, right? You know, it's like, man, it kind of takes you in the mind of that old school word of mouth aspect. And when I was thinking about doing my second baby, which is Tell a Friend, a lot of folks in the Nashville community are familiar with me with my first child, which was Sneakers and Speakers. Marketing just became something that fascinated me, bro.
Yeah.
And in a way that it was outside of like corporate America. It was just like how we market to one another.
Yeah.
And I just felt like it was going to be quintessential for us to have something that really, I felt like just, again, it was a no-brainer. It was simple. It was something we was already doing.
Yeah.
And allow people to just feel like, you know what is that? Like, I think a lot of times people connect with us from not only Tell a Friend, but that logo as well. So I wanted it to kind of be something that a lot of times, a lot of people had no idea was me. I just wanted them to see the logo, see the event, and be like, man, I either want to come to that or I want to tell my friend about it.
Yeah.
And the goal was just to make sure that people had such a good time that they naturally just wanted to tell a friend.
Yeah.
So with each event that we had, that was the goal and premise, was just to try to make sure that, hey, you know, we invite those close people that we know through word of mouth, through, you know, that pipeline, and then have their friends come and be our friends, you know. And we've been blessed to be here again 6 years and build out this community the way we have.
Man, whatever you did was brilliant, bro, because it's like, you know, even if it's not your event, you still connected to other people's events. And I think, you know, for the culture, for the community, if I need to know what you think is cool, what your brand think is the move, I know where to go, you know what I'm saying? I can't go to TikTok and be like, what's to do this weekend? I need to go to Tell a Friend on Instagram and be like, all right, what's the vibe, what's the move, what we doing?
Big facts.
So, man, I think the brand is so dynamic. You talk merch, you talking about, you know, your events, other people's events, word of mouth. It's crazy, bro. It's like a spider. It got legs to it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, and it's connected like a spider web. You feel me?
Exactly.
Definitely.
So you've hosted a wide variety of events, from pool parties to nostalgic throwbacks like way back when. How do you decide what kinds of experiences to create for the community?
Man, just like you said, community, bro. We love to feel like we are very open. It's like a two-way street with our community. We want to know, like, what events are they feeling? You know, a lot of things we'll take a perspective on what's out here and just kind of see what we feel like is missing. So that may be our answer to having a movie night outdoors or pool party. Because it would just be like, man, well, you know, we like to do things. We want to do other things. Yeah. So that was a little bit of it. But then after we host it, we always want to, you know, open that line of communication with our community. Like, would y'all feeling that? What other events would y'all be interested in doing? And if we can't cook it into, like, the season that we're in, we definitely love to take advantage of that in the down season, try to make that a routine thing into our schedule. So that's a little bit of how it goes. It's just, you know, being tapped in with the community, being able to observe what's going on out here in the Nashville community, seeing what's missing, and then trying to provide, you know, something to that what's missing.
What can you say about your team, right? So I'm thinking about the event that was the movie night outside, right? Yeah. They had hookah out there. You know, it was what do they call it? 420 friendly.
For sure.
I think it was it food out there too?
Absolutely. You know, we had pepper pot out there, no fuss tacos.
So like, talk about the team a little bit. Yeah. Like the input that they have, the culture that they have to be able to like be an asset and. I guess just kind of add to what y'all creating there.
Absolutely, man. That's a wonderful thing and a great question that you asked me. I really, truly cannot say we would be as big of an impact, or what I've been able to do would be as big as it is if I didn't have my team. That comes from me feeling like I need them just as much as they need me.
For sure.
So I value their input all the time. We have meetings routinely, and I look at it like a round table. It's like, yo, like, what's some things that we did, like, at the last event that we need to improve upon, or what can we get better at, or what are y'all feeling?
What do we need to do again?
You know, what do we need to do again? Because I feel like, you know, I'm not in a place where I feel like, you know, a lot of people say you don't want to feel like you know everything or you know it all. You know, so I feel like it's a very wise thing for me to always keep my ears and my eyes open with those that are around that keep showing up, wanting to see the brand get better.
Yeah.
So they're always adding input or down to hear me, you know, kind of go through an idea and we brainstorm it, I mean, immensely. And then we get to a place where it's like, you know what? Let's do it. So honestly, when they say there's no I in team, like there's really no I in this team, because I wouldn't be able to do it without the team that's around me. Like you said, we'll be at events, we'll have so many different amenities, accoutrements, what have you. You ain't gonna see me out there carrying the hookah, hosting the event, you know what I'm saying, giving the food out. Like, that's what you see out there is a lot of collaboration to make Telefriend work.
Was there a point where you had to like, okay, I can't do everything. I gotta I gotta let y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah, man. It kind of was bred out of like what entrepreneurs usually know is like, we just going for what we know. I'm doing the best I can. So sometimes you get used.
Let people be great at what they do.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you get so used to doing things maybe by yourself or a certain system that you have that you got to realize that the reasons why you reached out to have the people there is the reasons why you need to trust them to do what they need to do.
That's real.
You know what
bro.
I mean? So,
that's real.
Yeah.
That's real. So, what has been one of your most memorable or favorite events to date, and why?
Man, golly, what we said, remember when, bro? You was there. A lot of the Stream Team family was there. Honestly, because I feel like that was such a great event. One, because I've never really officially, out of my childhood years, had like a birthday party like that.
Yes, bro.
You know what I mean? So
yes,
it was
bro.
really one of them things where I was like, man, you know, this year for my birthday, man, I really want to have a birthday party, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I want the theme to be a time period that I remember that was like near and dear to my heart when I think about creating Telefriend. It's that feeling that time period gave me, which was the 90s and the 2000s. So for us to have that 90s, 2000 dance party and it be my birthday party, bro, no shade to my Dukes, that was probably the best birthday party I ever had and barely remember at the same time.
Bro, it was crazy. That was my first time meeting you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first time meeting you.
And it felt like family when we did.
Already, easily, bro. It was locked in immediately.
Yeah.
So I hope we have another one. I don't know.
Oh, no, without question, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what the theme is going to be this time. But
yeah, we going to do that.
So it's a black-owned business. How do you navigate challenges while staying true to your identity and the mission?
Man, that's such a great question. Because with being in business, as you know, I think I work really hard to try to make sure I'm always being mindful of my mind state. So that way I can be able to navigate what comes with owning a business, dealing with those pitfalls, dealing with them uncertainties, dealing with all your plans going one way, but how it's happening going the other direction. And I think it just comes easier with time as you do it, that when you realize like failing ain't failing, it's really you learning and taking what you learned and applying that the next time.
Bro, say that again. Failing ain't failing, bro.
Failing ain't failing. It's literally you learning what you did and then just going back to the lab, adjusting that, and coming back out with it. You know, as long as you don't stop, you're not failing.
You can't be scared of failing and throw events. It don't work like that, right?
I promise you that now, bro.
Yeah.
Because throwing events is like going to Vegas and thinking you're going to win every time. Like, no, you're going to learn a couple of ways to kind of hedge them bets a bit. But, that's how we go about it.
So what advice would you give to other creatives or entrepreneurs looking to build a brand, blends culture, fashion, and events?
Man, y'all got a lot of great questions, bro. A lot of great questions. I would say for that particular entrepreneur, creative, trying to blend those with what I've experienced, all three of those have communities. And we have all three of those communities represented in Nashville. I would say, man, don't make a lot of things harder than you need to. Collaborate, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to what you see existing. See how you can amplify that, not only for yourself, but for them too. And then you'll end up having a long-term running mate, you know, in your journey, you know. So I would just say, man, never forget your why you started to do that. I'm sure it was something there that made you want to go that route. Never forget that in the mix of it. But just know, you know, man, don't make things harder. You don't have to do it by yourself. There's a lot of people that want to do some of the similar things you're doing and are happy to help you get there. So just keep your mind and keep your mind open to opportunities and collaboration is what I would say for sure.
Well, man, look, I see you got this merch on.
Yes, sir.
We got a whole nother, a whole nother segment for you where we about to get into some of this fashion that you got.
Let's do it.
So let's y'all stay tuned. We about to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with some of that Tell a Friend fashion.